Hi everyone, I'm Ankush, staff software engineer at Intuit. Welcome to the Day in Life of XX podcast, where we take deep dive into daily routines and responsibilities of various professionals at Intuit. In each episode, we will explore the unique challenges and opportunities that come with different roles within the company, from product management to program management and beyond. Our guests will share their insights on what it takes to succeed in their positions, as well as their tips for staying productive and motivated throughout the day. We would also uncover the inner workings of Intuit and gain a better understanding of what it takes to thrive in the dynamic and innovative workspace. Let's jump into it. So we have Sumit Poddar with us, who is having 16 years of experience as product manager. Currently, he is a group product manager. Hi, Sumit. Would you like to
Hello,
introduce yourself?
Ankush. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, those 16 years were spent building products and building people, and that's what I do. That's what I've been doing for the last 16 years. I have loved every moment of building products for telecom operators and for set-top TV operators. And then when people stopped watching set-top boxes, obviously all of you folks do not know what a set-top box is, and that's when I joined Intuit. This is probably one of the best gigs of my life at Intuit for the last 6 years. I build payroll software for small business in US, and I think 1 in 10 employees in US get paid because of my product, and I'm proud about that. I serve therefore the employers. Up to 1.5 to 2 million employers use the product that we serve, we build. So proud about that. Very happy to be here and talk to you about what we do for a living.
Thank you, Sumit. So my first question: what are the key responsibilities of a product manager at Intuit?
Um, the way I think about it is we create, we execute, we measure, and then we repeat. We create vision, um, we create roadmaps, we create a future state, and then we create chunked up, achievable, smaller things which we can deliver for our customers. We create empathy as well in each of the people that connect with my product. That's create. We execute the hell out of the project after that. We inspire and galvanize my team, my scrum, my ecosystem, my quote unquote dependencies, because there's always multiple people that need to deliver for one beautiful product to come alive. So we execute and then we measure. Just sending something out there is pointless until you can measure success in every walk of life, right? So we analyze, we dashboard everything that we can dashboard. And then when we are done, we repeat ad infinitum. So basically, we make things and then we make things happen.
Perfect. Thanks, Sumit. So, as the podcast is named as Day in Life of XX, can you typically walk us through your typical day in your role as a product manager?
Before, as a product manager, my day in life always begins as a person. And one sidetrack will be you need to bring whole self to work because you cannot just do work. So my day begins with a run. And those endorphins are the ones that keep me active throughout my day as a product manager. After a run, it's probably half an hour, 1 hour of catching up on overnight Slack and emails and marking and creating to-dos and writing and jotting down. All of this I need to achieve by the end of the day, half of which will not be achieved by the end of the day, but that's fine. Half an hour of break, of reflection right after that, and that's when I start traveling towards office or towards my balcony, whichever the case may be. Morning meetings followed by 60 minutes of focus time in the morning. Late morning is my useful focus time, and afternoons I have 60 to 120 minutes of focus time. What do I do in focus time? Everything that I just mentioned above in the previous question, I do that during the focus time, right? But yeah, there are meetings in the morning. Afternoons are also for my one-on-ones, um, and catching up. Intuit is a place where relationships matter a lot for the right reasons, because we are all humans and we are building stuff for humans. Therefore, we need to be human about it, right? So I do a lot of one-on-ones during afternoon, but the entire time from 4ish onwards till 8:30 is for me and my family. And then 8:30 ke baad, after that it's 2 hours of the usual night calls. Everybody in this industry does night calls. And that's my switch off time. So that's what I do. And during the focus time and during the meeting time, everything that I mentioned in the first question
Thank
is
you.
what I pay
Yeah.
attention to.
So, Intuit is known for its customer obsession. There are books written about it. Can you explain what that means in the context of your role as a product manager?
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Say, think, feel, do. In that structure, right? Um, so say and do is one, and think and feel is another one. So let's talk about think and feel customer obsession before we talk about say and do customer obsession. The small story there being, I come from it's called the Banya family in up north India. So we're traders, small business owners, right? Um, and the way I have grown up, that extreme empathy that I feel when I see a small business shutting down or struggling to stay alive. Um, I have known that in my childhood, and I have known that also when my wife ran a small business. So every time I have seen like a restaurant with half dim lights because they're trying to save power, and those dim lights don't let the customers notice that there is a restaurant. So customers don't come, which means then the lights become even dimmer. And then you remove the staff, and the same guy is a cook who's a chef, who's also a waiter, who's also a. You get the point. But every time I see that, I feel strongly, ki boss, oh, if only we could do something about it. Now remember that. That is a feeling. That feeling is customer obsession. That feeling actually is an empathy that we all are supposed to create, not just within ourselves, but within everyone who's connected to the ecosystem that works for the customer. So I serve the small business, like I said, right? Small business payroll. So that feeling I latch on to every time I try to do something. Even the building product starts there. Feel, and then comes think. So how do you generate the right, uh, ideas, the right backlogs, the right vision statement, like I talked about, with that feeling in mind for your end customer, so that end customer can not just survive but also thrive. That's the think. Um, and those two happen through something called follow me homes in Intuit. To feel and to think, you need to put yourself in the customer's shoes. And we do that all the time, either by actually visiting customers or almost living their journey through the interviews, in-depth interviews that we do. This is, I know it is not unique to Intuit, and this happens in quite a few other companies. People at IKEA do this a lot. IDEO was the original company in design thinking. They invented some of these methods and principles. And we have absorbed all of that. That's your think and feel. And the other piece is say and do. So once you believe strongly that you are obsessed about making the customer successful and not about making revenue happen or making the product sell more, and not about monetization, like how do I just sell this feature? We're not building a rummy game, right? We're building a QuickBooks software which actually solves real problems. So once you start feeling that, you say what I'm doing right now. I'm saying that this is customer obsession, right? It's not a rummy game. Do, as a product manager, we live this every time we build every user story, every customer design, every experience that we generate inside the product and even outside the product. when you're buying, when you're getting customer support, the entire service paraphernalia of post-product purchase, we create that experience. So that's a do. And when we do it with customer centricity, not with monetization, not with making sure that it's sticky, it's easily habituable, it's easy to get addicted to. You get the point. Every product tries to do some of these things. There's a book called Nudge which talks about this. We don't do any of that. Our method and process is to ensure that we solve for the customer and not make our product sellable only. So that's customer obsession in think and feel and say and do.
Thank you, Sumit. You have been an amazing mentor. You have even mentored me. So can you share your instances where you have excelled someone's career?
I haven't, you know, the way I have realized this is an excellent coach or a mentor is the one who is not necessarily the sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. So what happens is when you come away um, from a mentorship or a coaching session with somebody and say that, hey, that person is awesome, and the mentor or a coach is suboptimal. They didn't do a great job. But if the person comes away from that mentorship or coaching session saying, hey, mentor was okay, I am awesome, then that is the end goal for a mentor or a coach, to be the guide on the side. So what I have done in each of these cases, I'm also ICF certified coach, and all of these learnings have come from there to be the guide on the side. So what I've done at Intuit is exactly this: ensure that if folks want to get towards a leadership journey, we have a chat, we talk, we have something called unconditional positive regard, which is an important thing at Intuit. We consider each person, the whole person, in the most positive light, and that allows the outcome to be driven by that person's passion and energy. So I have done that for engineers such as yourself, and you have grown to be a podcast host, amongst other things, at Intuit. And similarly for managers, first-time managers, and also engineers who wanted to become product managers, and now we have awesome success stories of engineers becoming product managers at Intuit and starting to live the life of customers. So it's been thrilling. I take joy in finding that the people have become so successful that they have gone on to actually build teams of their own and become really successful leaders. So yeah, I've loved it. Every time I do this, I realize this is basically candle lighting another candle, and that's what I tell, and I tell you as well.
Yeah.
So you are also a mentor now.
Yes.
For the new engineers who join the payroll team, you are the mentor, right?
Yeah.
So I've loved it.
Okay. Thank you, Sumit. Final one.
Yes.
You have been mentoring everyone. How do you mentor yourself? How do you manage your professional development with so many things happening around you?
Yeah, that's actually the most difficult. I think the three interconnected things there for personal development, and this formula differs for everybody in the world, right? Forget about Intuit, right? The three interconnected things that make a difference in my personal development. One is curiosity. Second is a healthy conflict with myself, as in challenging myself and saying, you don't know enough, etc. That gives me humility. And the third is connectedness, because you don't learn by yourself. Curiosity, that comes thankfully it's a natural self of mine where I feel like learning. Wherever I go, I feel like learning new things, and I keep either reading up or listening. Uh, do not do that via social media. Please don't. Uh, but I do it via selective learning,
Yes.
selective listening. So I create my own methods of how do I source
Yeah.
stuff. Um, so curiosity helps there, and challenging myself is basically a point where, so every time I realize that there is some new growth opportunity for me as a leader or as a product manager or sometimes as both, I say, yeah, let me try this out. So I became a certified coach. Nobody wanted me to become a certified coach. I actually became a certified storyteller. There's something called International Association of Storytelling. Believe me, that is such a thing, and then I got the certificate. Similarly, product management has had multiple such journeys of, hey, what else is happening in the world of product management, and then of course AI. So when I keep challenging myself that, dude, you don't know this basic stuff, and this extends beyond work, has to. You cannot just say learn the Intuit level of things and ignore the rest of the things. So learning about how DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, works in the rest of the world, how economic inequalities work in the rest of the world, they are all interconnected, right? So that challenging yourself and being uncomfortable with your knowledge is the second part. The small saying there is, if you know nothing, you might actually have a lot of confidence. And if you know something, is when you will get humility. And then you will never get the confidence again to the same level when you knew nothing. You have to stay in that zone of constant learning. And the third is connectedness. Don't do it yourself. It just doesn't make sense to personally develop yourself by sitting in the basement and saying, tomorrow I'll be better, tomorrow I'll be better. I don't believe it. Some people can, yogis can, Buddhist monks can, I can't. So I use connectedness to create a personal development plan, not via isolation and self reflection.
Thank you, Sumit. And that's a wrap on our episode. Explored the day in life of a product manager and Intuit. We hope you gained valuable insights into the role and responsibilities of the critical position within the company. From collaborating with cross functional teams to driving product strategy, it's clear that product managers play a vital role in shaping the future of Intuit products and services. We want to thank Sumit again for his time and expertise. Thank you, Sumit.
Thank you so much, Ankush. You folks are doing a great job in taking this forward. Let me know how everything turns out.
Thank you.
Good day.